Chapter 20. Man the Mysterious. A modest but wise doctor once said to the writer, underquotes, "If the truth be told, we know nothing." I am inclined to echo those sentiments, for truth to tell, the more we find out, the more we discover how little we really know. Through all the ages, despite philosophies, religions, and sciences, man still remains a mystery and very often upsets all our pet theories. There are men who seem to break practically all the rules of health and who smoke from morning till night and yet live to a ripe old age, having had nothing more serious to contend with than an occasional cold in the head. There are other people who have ailed all their lives but nonetheless contrive to live till 85 or longer, on the principle that, under quotes, a rusty gate swings long, closed quotes. How are we to account for such things? All we can lamely say is that they are the exceptions which prove the rule, which, by the way, is a very foolish adage. One writer has suggested that some people are born with foolproof, under quotes, bodies. He may be right, but why are they thus born? Astrologers tell us that the precise moment, day, and year an entity is born into the world has a marked influence on his or her type of body. Some scientists who at first scoffed at this idea are now beginning to think there may be scientific reasons for it. Fools deride, philosophers investigate, under quotes, if they have the time. Astrologers further tell us that the people born at a certain time of the year are more liable to suffer from certain weaknesses and diseases than are people born at another time of the year, this being largely due to their particular type of body. See Man and the Zodiac by David Andreas. In this book are illustrations of the 12 different types of bodies. If this be true, though I am not in a position to comment myself for or against it, it goes to explain why disease, which is a unity, manifests in so many different ways. For instance, it is said that those born between March 21st and April 20th are apt to suffer from troubles connected with the head, face, or brain, whereas, for instance, those born between the same days of September, October may suffer from afflictions of the lower abdomen or kidneys, or both. That is, provided they do not take suitable measures to avoid such troubles. See Health, Diet and Common Sense by Cyril Scott. This, I grant, may sound all very far-fetched, but I have learned never to scoff at what I do not understand. Although I have proved up to the hilt the efficiency of urine therapy, it still contains for me a lot that is mysterious. When I ask myself why should urine therapy, when taken by the mouth especially, select those organs which require rebuilding, I can offer no more rational explanation than the doctor who tells us that certain drugs will affect certain organs. Not that doctors agree on this point, for a doctor once said in my presence that he left college with 60 remedies for every disease and found in the first 10 years of his practice that he had 60 or more serious diseases to match his drugs, but no cures. It was this man who also said he found people who had no treatment lived the longest and suffered the least, the inference to be drawn being that the most people died of the doctor and not of the disease. This worthy physician was a very candid man, but he would not have needed to make this admission had he employed urine therapy instead of his 60 drugs. The advantage of urine therapy is its extreme simplicity, as anyone can see without the telling. It is not a specific for any given disease, it is a specific for health. It is also a prophylaxis against a number of annoying trifles, under quotes, which are not the less annoying on that account. I do not exaggerate when I say that some thousands of people in Europe and America now know from experience that there is nothing to equal urine, especially old urine, for chapped hands, blisters, stings, sores, protection against barber's rash, under quotes, wool sorters diseases, perspiring feet, the loss of hair, dandruff, and various other unpleasant afflictions. Gargling with fresh urine both prevents and cures clergyman's throat, on the quotes, whilst to drink autogenous urine freely every day acts as a preventive against impeded flow of urine. It also facilitates evacuation, and this priceless remedy costs absolutely nothing, except at first a little self-discipline in the overcoming of what seems to be an unpleasant idea, under quotes. Those who read that widely known book, Mother India, may remember some passages therein devoted to the filthy habits, under quotes, of the native peoples. Among the health superstitions, under quotes, its authoress pointed out was the belief that the waters of one part of a famous river in North Middle India possesses healing properties. People bathed in and drank its waters. Wondering whether there could be something more than faith in the cures affected, she had samples of the water analyzed by European analysts. The healing liquid proved to be nothing more than a weak solution of urine and aqua pura. And with this startling denouement, I will end this chapter.